Evening all, let me just get this up and running. Evening all, how are we doing? We have got a second stream, like I said we were going to be doing. Evening Dex, evening F.C.The edits, evening Workout, evening Jez, evening Martin, evening Maple Leaf, evening Adam, evening Barry, even Harry. Oh, Harry to Harry Kitty, I'll get you. Evening Haley, hey Finley. Evening Richard, evening Kevin, evening DJ, evening Nigel. How are we all doing? Thank you for all who came to the chat, the stream last night. Now, I had this thing that I was like, I'm not going to stream tonight. I'm going to have a day off. But here's the thing. Oh, God, he put it up again. Last night was a lot of fun with Dex and Worko, and it was good to like do the debrief. But I thought it was good to have a bit of a reflection on the season as a whole. It's not a review, but it's because there is going to be a review done on the channel like I do every season. But it's more a reflection as how it's been and where we are and how we got here. And yes, I know I said I was going to be having a rest, but frankly, I won't lie, these videos and the stuff I do are very therapeutic for me, and it actually in one sense stops me having a lot of seizures because it gives me something to a bit focus on and concentrate on. With my seizures, it's the case of once I stop, everything goes a bit bleh. We are staying up, definitely. Edits, Worker do like you. Oh, yeah, he is. Can we start on the reflection from November onward, please? In G.E. FWSC, hope you're well. I'm good, mate. But yeah, it's a weird one because... hi, Harry, hope you're well, mate. It's a weird one because the season as a whole have been... one massive roller coaster. Cheers, Michael. It needs a rethink. Needs a dye. We were going to do blue and white mohawk for the last game of the season, but I couldn't get any dye, sadly. Evening, Rob. How you doing, mate? Could write a dozen books on this. You could. Before we go into that, actually, Joe Cran of The Star is leaving The Star Wednesday beat. I think he said he's doing something else within the organisation, but makes it a bit more flexible family-wise. He's going to be a big miss for our reporting scene. He's been fantastic over the 4 seasons he covered. I did mention it in a video, but it would be wrong of me if I didn't mention it now. I thought the Josh Windass documentary earlier was fantastic as well. I thought it was great. Hey up, Jake. You heard out on the room that the training ground is getting is that heart could go? Is getting a going over. I have seen that, mate. Getting a big going over by the looks of it. Get those likes up, please. 40 plus. I much appreciate it. I haven't got that data up actually. So 56 people watching, 17 likes. Really good. Thank you very much. But as a whole, it's been a weird season. And again, like we said last, a roller coaster. Oh, well done, Jez. The man gets the rim shot sound. That is a good one. Well done. It had been a roller coaster of the season. And the thing is, if you actually think about what happened in the summer, let's just go back to... you heard that we could sign Beadle on another line this week. FWF edits, yes, I did. I've done a video on it. There's a video out about it. Thank you for the season, mate. Look forward to him. Thank you, mate. Yeah, I have seen that. There's a video on it. Ian Daniel, how you doing, mate? I hope you're well. So here's the thing for me. You look at what happened in the summer after the playoffs, and you look at everything that happened with Darren Moore and all the back and forth statements. The thing with this is, Danny was interviewed for this job. He was second in the job. I remember doing a video on it. It needs all the help. Keep Danny all good. Yep. Beadle is the new weapon. Not quite, but I can understand it. He's not there yet. Good evening, mate. Just finished your long shift. Are we safe? Yeah, we are definitely safe, mate. 100%. You have any question about Sheffield Wednesday? Jake had done a video on it. Yeah. Did anyone see the cherry pick on the side of pitch at the under-18s? How hopefully removing someone's name at the top of that. I did see that. There's a bit of, is that removing someone's name off the stands, or is that fixing PA systems? I don't know. If we get the seating sorted out the way, and we can get more tickets for away game. I agree. Or Jordan Pickford. Jake, do you think Chancellor will do to Daniel what he did to Darren Moore during mid-season, as it was a shock to everyone that Moore left after what he achieved? Nothing Chancellor did. No, because the thing that Darren's situation was about contract. It wasn't about what was going on behind the scenes. It was contract. Danny got a contract for another year. We know this now because Chris Powell said in his interview with TalkSport, everybody else has got another year. I'm only here for 7 months. So I don't think he will. It's just going to be done properly. It's got to be done really well. Be done better than Pickford, Jesus. To look more speaks to higher than fixing chances name such a heights is very interesting. Danny has a contract until next summer. He does. Evening, Tom. How you doing, mate? So he's locked in. Someone will have to literally buy him out. I agree. It could have gone the other way. Danny may have taken another job and missed out. And he could have actually got a job in Germany. He was linked with it. Ian G, I know you were, mate. Ian, mate, what are you saying now? Chance of Duncan? Duncan Maguire, there is a video going out about that tomorrow. So keep in mind, we are interested in, but there's a video about that tomorrow. Well, mate, I'm good, mate. I'm really good. Been a busy weekend, but again, I'm a madman who likes to make videos. So yeah, Powell does need time now to need a new deal. Did anyone see the toes? It reminds me of the montage gag. I did see that, mate. It was actually quite good. So like firing, no resigning, more good decision on that. Yeah. So the reflection, if you look at it, if you actually look at what happened at Huddersfield, it wasn't a bad decision, because it went into Huddersfield, didn't really get what he was given, and it didn't work out. I have seen the Windass documentary. It was good. I thought it was very good. And you look at how long it took us to eventually hire Muniz. We didn't bring anyone in. We didn't get many players in. You had James, you had Marvin sign, and James we've not seen all season. James is gone for me. James is done. It's a shame because he's done well last season. Worker may have been right with he's more of a League One player than a Championship player, but we won't know because we didn't see enough of him. Powell said he loved the club and want to work with Dan. I have seen that. He did say that indeed. Wednesday got everything in a good move. Brilliant to see for a change. Yeah, it is. 62 people watching, 21 likes. Get those likes up, people. I much appreciate it. Ian and Ashley, how you doing? But the interesting thing for me is you look at how that went. The pre-season happened, and you've seen some of the things that Josh has said. Yeah, it's on Josh Windass's YouTube channel. Windass has a YouTube channel. If you just search it, you'll find it. It is on YouTube. But the thing that I found interesting, like Windass did an interview with TalkSport today, saying how that there was no confidence with Muniz. It wasn't great. They had a meeting with Chansiri, who said the aim is playoffs. So he still had the idea of playoffs. Now, if you're going to do that again this season with Danny, you have to put all the infrastructure there. You have to put everything in right at the training ground. You've got to put everything right over elsewhere. But if you say to me now that the plan for next season is playoffs, if you plan for that now, you can do that quite easily. Danny has shown he can get a team playing really good football and get to those levels. And that's the thing. He can get to it. If you look at what his points were, if you look at the points that we got, he got up to the 50 points. We should have been about 8th kind of thing. As McKenna got manager the year for championship, then Raw was not far behind in keeping Sheffield Wednesday up. How far they were from safety. Oh, yeah, I agree. I agree with that, Michael, 100%. McKenna got it, and it kind of thing. I think if you watch Benjamin Bloom's video, which he'd done on rating managers, he got the QPR manager third, Danny second, and McKenna first. And I think that's right. I think if you actually look at all the jobs that got done, that is about right in terms of what the manager rating should be, because all three of them did cracking jobs. But Ian Dannington, how you doing? But you look at how we recruited. Now, I know during the recruitment period, we were going a little bit, the recruitment wasn't fantastic. But when you actually look back at it, it actually turned out being quite good. We brought in Gassama, Valentine, Bernard, Masaba, Delgado, Bambo. And they're the ones that came in who have been decent under Sitko. Yeah, we brought in Hendrick. Yeah, we brought in Buckley. Buckley got injured. Hendrick didn't really see it. It was really good considering. Yeah, I agree. If we had gotten roll from start, we'd probably been top 3. Probably could have been. Yeah, I can see that GSWC. Corbin 4th, that was undisputed top 4 for me. Player of the year. My player of the year, it got to be, I think for me, it got to be Volksy. I got to give Volksy because I think he ran that midfield really well for me. But I also think Pole's up there for me because he's just been so good. I think he's improved so much. I did a video on Pole when he played against Middlesbrough saying, and he wasn't great, but I said, there's a player there. There's a good player there. And I'm really glad that I got it to what it was in that sense. Palmer's up there. The thing is, there's a lot of players who are very much, you look at it and go, you look at those players, there's a lot that you could go into that now. But Muniz signing were good. They were good. They just weren't, they didn't gel. But also, it seems like whatever was going on in training wasn't working. Whatever was going on in training wasn't working. 100%. Liam Palmer for me. Amazing that Huddersfield goal against Leicester proved important. Yep. Paul for me. Just got Crew Donny on it 2-0. Donny. And now they're doing well. They just need to keep if I shout everyone out, Declan, I'll be shouting everyone, but I'll do it this one time. Harvey, hey mate, hope you're well. If you do a video on Paul LJ, that thing income, so that much you had to do some. Shut up. I'm not reading that. Can you make a video of your players? I'm doing videos on player of the season and I'm doing a season review as well anyway. C's, Malik Wilks, I wouldn't release because I think for me, Malik Wilks deserves at least a chance till January to a point with everything that's been said. If anyone comes in for him, it'll be Donny. If Donny goes up, it'll be Donny that get him kind of thing because he's done well with there before. Players held back by Sitko, defense not going forward. I agree. I hope most of our out-contract play, maybe 5 or 6, should be comfortably mid-table. I think Gregory should go to Chesterfield so he doesn't have to move Hal. Well, he could go Chesterfield, he could go Mansfield, he could go Derby, so he wouldn't have to move anyway. There's a lot of people to be appreciated. Powell, Lentz, Palmer, Paul, Volt, but for me, we can't forget about Thompson did very well. I agree with that. Hi, Jay, we did it. Right, we did, mate. We're doing our yearly award show soon too. We are indeed. I've already started my little bits of that, but I was about to actually Discord you all, lads, and say we need to start getting that sorted. I'll put it in the document for this week, so we can start getting it. Think about. I didn't know what the tactics were going forward in games if they were training the Rondon allegedly. If Donny goes up, I can see Pierce Charles spending the season there. Donny can have Wilkes. The thing is, Donny will love him because they liked him last time, and I think again, I said it yesterday, and I'll say it today. Malik's issues all mental. He got all the potential. When he has, Sheikh Cam actually did a really good bit of performance where it was something beautiful like. He played 12 games. He either was averaging a goal or assist a game, and it was working. But it was just those little bit of niggly injuries he kept on getting. Like you look in the documentary with Windass. I know today when I did the thing about Windass, Caboodle-fish disagreed with me with saying he'd been away this season. That's his opinion. I think Kaz should shout out the Players' Year award come out for the youth first team. He's done well, I agree. Ipswich on a smaller budget show compared to Leeds Southampton that you can compare parachute. You can go up on a small budget. You can go up on a really, really small budget and do well. Got tons of goal for Hull when they were released. Oh yeah, he did. We were hoping we were going to get that Mallet Wilt, but we didn't. For whatever reason, he wasn't fit. But you go through the season, and I personally think you look at Leeds, the league game, that first international break, you probably would turn around and say, "Evening, Steve, how you doing, mate? Hope you're well. Glad to go up. Your lad getting 7K on his channel is fantastic. Hope you're all well." But you look at that. If you sack Sicko at Leeds and then bring Rule in, I think you possibly get up to about a Coventry Middlesbrough style of season. Fletcher didn't work, but Fletcher was okay in his movement. Goals I remember was Burton Albion and Cardiff. Yep. Ipswich did have the sort of net defenders that were small, but they did bend a lot of people in League One. Sold a lot too. Yeah. Thing is you can buy and sell. You can balance everything really well. And that's the thing. It's very difficult to do the balancing acts of selling and buying. Like the big thing for me is like I personally think if you look at Blackburn Rovers, it's all but a given they're going to have to sell Modric in the summer. But they tried to sell Wharton to Palace to try and fund the big for Maguire, and that failed due to that. And I wonder if they're going to have to do that again, sell a big player to bring in again. So it'll be interesting. Like there's a player that we were linked with last year, Tom Cannon. He's now linked with Blackburn. Tom Cannon gone to Leicester, not done anything because he had that bad injury, really. And do you look at him again? But you got to remember, the one thing we got is we got a recruitment set up now that has been working for the last 6 months since the transfer window to get people in. I remember the Burton game, 1-4-2 British Drain, that Wilkes also scored a cracker that game. He did. Everton are looking at him. Sunderland will be Sunderland will be interesting. I take Cannon over. To be fair, Tom, Maguire and Cannon's stats are pretty much identical. The only difference you've got with Maguire, he hasn't done it in the Championship, but they are about the same amount of money. I thought Plymouth deserved more credit last season when everyone was talking about Maguire. Sure, he didn't have the same transfer resources. True. I take a punt on Tyreek Campbell. He's leaving Stoke, had injury, but I'm sure Danny could get the best out of him. It's a good shout. I think that's one Worko's talked about as well, but we will talk more of that with it. I like him, Tom. Can I have Prem relegations? I'll look at Modric's current playoff teams, I believe. Put the Maguire money into Ugbo, from what I read anyway. I think you can put the money into Ugbo, but the thing is, you know, with the whole thing of putting the Maguire money into Ugbo, here's the thing. We had the thing that we already brought in Ugbo when we already had Ugbo and then went try and get Maguire, who are very similar players. We were already looking to get him in. So it's that whole thing for me. It's like you were already looking to bring him in as well as Ugbo. And then we either changed our mind and because we couldn't get him, we went to Pervader last minute. But we were already looking for Maguire when Ugbo was already in the clean, which is interesting. You don't have to spend money. Luton signed strike force from Barnsley and Warsaw. True. Clubs like Sheffield United, Norwich City, Hull, Huddersfield Town, Luton Town on the smallest budgets all went up to Ipswich now get at least 150 million for going. They do indeed. I'm happy to leave it to Danny to bring in players. He knows what he wants best in return of his January signings have been excellent. Agree. Lewis Bates at MK. Lewis Bates is someone we've both been told by Jonathan, who's really good. Easy loan versus permanent. I'd rather have a player that's proven in the squad and want to be here. True. I get that. I understand that one, Dex. Matthew Craig looked decent. And Donny. Yeah, we've been linked with him already, that Matthew Craig. It's someone who we have been linked with already. Last week, actually. We were linked with him last week. And there's already sounds like we're in talk to possibly do something there. Watching Had rolling at second. I think it's right. It's right to have him at second. The thing is, if you go and get a Ugbo at a cheap rate, then great. We already know what you can do. The players already know what to do. If you watch the Windass documentary, what's really interesting about that documentary, is the fact that Josh said, I've not really been places where I've got mates. And I've got mates here. And that's something quite incredible to hear. That you had that whole thing, I've got friends here, I've got mates, we all go out and do stuff. That's not normal other clubs. Another reason why Josh might want to stay, his mates are here, his friends are here, and he plays good under those people. 85 people watching, 29 likes. Can we get those likes up, people? I would much appreciate it. It does help drive the algorithm. And I think if you get the right dynamic into this, it works. We've shown the right people came in and did the stuff. The Owl should be pushing playoff next season with a good pre-season under thing. Will provide a sign for the Owl. Now he's a free agent from Lee. He's not a free agent yet, but maybe. Found out I need to get a new cable for my monitor to replace the HDMI one. You on that having much luck this year with your computer stuff, mate. What happened this time, by the way? But the thing I got is you look at what we brought in. They're decent. They are decent players we brought in. I think a lot of what happens in the summer, take a close eye on who get given contracts, who don't get given contracts, kind of thing. It might give you a little bit of estimate of who go where and where we're looking. But I'm confident with proper recruitment, a less drama summer, we can end up having a very good pre-season and everything working. You look at, I hope it's not the Mel Bites. Battery always going to have to go, all right, mate, have a good one. Someone who watches the podcast knows that it's malware bites on Jack's computer. One of the things I got is you look at what Danny did. It wasn't great when he first came in with the result, but you could see there was a style of football. You could see what he was trying to do. He was trying to get on play. And I think when he had the Plymouth game, the Watford game, I think the Watford game, we were unlucky. We had very good chances and just didn't take them. Hey, mate, Morgan, how you doing, mate? If we sign Ugbo, Pervade and Bede, I think we'll have a good season. Is that recruitment bloke still? He is, mate. No. Kevin. Is it Kevin? What's his name? Is it Kevin? I want to say Kevin. I'm sure it's Kevin. Kevin Jones. Yeah. He's here for the long term. Kevin joined the World Cup without leading the club recruitment term following the long-term spell. He's here as a permanent. He's not an end-of-season job. He is here for a long time, by the sounds of it. He looks like he's ready to get working, and it looks like he's been working really hard as well. Kevin Beadle. Oh, yeah, Kevin Beadle. Yeah. He's here. It's not a short-term thing. This was a long-term thing with Kevin when he came in. So, yeah. Are you sure we can keep roll as his name is linked with a lot of higher clubs in England and Germany? If they want him, Michael, they're going to have to pay for him. They're going to have to pay for him. It all depends. Yeah, there's a lot of people who are linked with him. But, again, one season with us, I still think you have to look at it. If you go for someone who's just had one season, not even a full season, I think he needs a full season, and then you get worried. The issue you've got, Michael, you can be linked with people, but if he's got a contract, they're going to have to pay him out. And there's a lot of people who are looking around for managers who might look at, and there's a lot of managers who are going to be out of work as well. So I think it's interesting. I think everything he said, everything he's saying, there's a plan, like, for getting contracts sorted, setting up a pre-season, a list of players. You don't do that if you're going. The thing is, we all know there's a ticking time behind us ready to destroy everything with a bit. Thing is, you are right. The whole thing is DC. But again, DC, we got PTSD from last season. Nearly most other seasons, he does actually back the managers and keep quiet. we have a couple of seasons where he had done it. So it's interesting. Well done on staying up, mate. Beth fans, I've seen it staying like also. We need to put a season behind the good man and sign some better players. As long as you don't get our manager, that's fine, Lewis, mate. I hope you do well next season as well. You've had a difficult one. Everyone's saying Pareda coming in. Maybe he wants elsewhere. Maybe Rowe wants some players instead. We'll wait to see. Either free from Leeds and the thing with Pareda, he was wanted by Birmingham, but I think that's out now. But here's the thing with that one. They apparently got 30 million to spend in League One, which is insane. But Leeds have got that situation where he doesn't look like he's going to be in their plans. But we'll have a look. Harper, great channel by it is a great channel by Chef Cam, as is Detonator Box and Workout channel when he gets it up and going. I hope the price to buy out Danny Countries, it'll be high. I think it'll be quite high. There's so much PTSD from Moore and Bruce departure. Everyone thinks Roll is leaving. Is a given when it's far from it. We don't know it's far from it, but I think you're right. I think the retain list is going to be out end of the week, I think. We'll see. End of the week. I think Tuesday I was being a bit off the bit till the other night. When the champion fixture list come out, you know what? I don't know. If Roll go get worn in, he wouldn't work under... he would not work under Chancery. Will you be doing on the podcast a review of all the folks out of contract and who should stay or who should go? We will probably be doing that next podcast, I believe. If James is still in the chat, he'll let you know. But I think we'll be doing that on Saturday's pod. To do that, I think we'll be going through the retain list and going who we think should stay or go. I think that will be this week pod. I think. If the main man's ill, he'll let you know. But I think that's what we're doing. Danny's staying and we'll be back. Let's use the season build and be on the right things. There's a rumour out this morning that something I'm still keen on, but will still. The thing is, I've seen from a lot of journalists that the manager you're getting is available, aka out of work. I've seen a lot of people around saying your manager that you want is out of work. It's one that's not a case of he's in work. And I think I've heard a lot of people, Sunderland fans, go, they don't think you can afford to pay him out of the contract without it doing stuff. Pareda in some good form, more teams will have an eye on him. They will, but the thing is, just because he's had one good performance, the thing is, though, DJ, Pareda's injury record, people will stay away from him because of that injury record he got. And that's the thing. They will keep an eye on him, but that injury record will keep him a little bit at arm's length. And if he's already worked with people here and if he's already happy with people here, it'll be interesting. Didn't Danny originally want... Dragon. Sorry, Nova Clay. Didn't DC originally want Danny for... He did. He didn't want to pay the compo for Danny. As a Blade fan, credit to you. Cheers, Harry, mate. We've got a Steel City derby, which we hadn't had in 2019. It's good for the city as a whole to have that back. It really is. But can we actually say we want this and that player when we don't know how they will fit into the team because of players leaving? You can still turn around and say that, mate. You can still turn around and say it because players leave not long. The players we're talking about have been in the system so far. The players we're actually talking about are players who have already played here. So you're talking Ugbo, you're talking Pareda. You can. It's that thing. It was. It's interesting. You can because at the end of the day they've got to fit the system one way or another. Harrison Burns is someone we should look at. Peterborough, I agree. Yeah, he was still in the contract at German FA. He was. Herb Windhaff mentioned on Talk Sport that DC wanted playoffs this season. He did. The thing is, DC said those things, and you question it, and I think. You can do it, but it's always interesting. But the thing is, I like that ambition, but with everything that happened, with everything that happened, it wasn't going to happen. Ian Fellow Baz had gone on his hole, so it doesn't seem to. I think his contract is done, mate. I think we'll be survived with the retainer list. Our owner struggled to black cash on players. Never mind new manager. Exactly, I've heard that. Question from Chair. Who's your non-Wednesday player of the year? Ooh, good question. Non-Wednesday player of the year. Oh, that's a good question. I like Whittaker at Plymouth. My non-Wednesday player of the year, it's going to sound a bit of a cop-out, but I do like what Sammy Modjets has done at Blackburn Rovers. I think he's been incredible for them. Ian in Yorkshire Matilda. So in that case, it's fair to say DC will back him with real... Yeah, exactly. If we sign Pervade, I reckon he will tear United defence apart. Maybe. Mozic, for me, outstanding striker. Sounds like DC trying to sell season ticket. They've already been sold, though, Dannington. The thing is, the day not will help, but he won a playoff last season. He's not on about this season, by the way, Dannington. That was last season, not this season. He's saying the season that we just gone. Dannington, it was the season that just gone. League 2 playoff semi-final first leg. Yeah, it looked good. MK Dons Crawley game got called off due to a waterlogged pitch. If the one thing we've learned is that DC knows about football, I agree. Did Bannon say he was going to Ireland this summer to get... He did say that. Somerville. Ashley Peters not went to play a season. Yeah. Ainsley even. Pervade is such a tricky player to sign. Admittedly, great chemistry with Bo, but if he is on the pitch, it doesn't matter. I agree. Leeds the ball apart again. I think the situation that you can put out here, that with everything that's happened over the last couple of seasons, it's snowing in Bradford, apparently. Okay, weird. Yeah, sorry, season just got it. Yeah, Lee Davis was good. Yeah, he was. I think for me, one of the things we have to do from this season, Dan, I was excited to what Crawley to knock off Wimbledon. The sale of season tickets I recently picked up. They will have done though, because they'll have picked up due to what happened and we stayed up. I think if we went down, I don't think they would have done. Superb play, Morsis from left back, the most winger. He's a great player. The deal they got for Leith Davis when he was in League, was it in League One or was it Champion? It was a steal. It was an absolute steal what they got him for. 93 people watching, 43 please get those likes up. I have just realised something. This entire, I believe, is that the case? This is doing really well. Yeah, it has. I've been doing this for 30 odd minutes and I haven't even put the stream out on Twitter. And we've got this many people, so thank you. That's amazing. I completely forgot to share the stream. Just give me a minute. Jesus been bipolar, whoever. Oh yeah, it's been mental. Ipswich Town League they got full. It was a steal. It was a steal, but it shows you how you can do it. Cheers, mate. Much appreciate that, and congratulations on staying up as well. You had a bit of a roller coaster season as well. It was a bit mental. I think if you actually look at the table now, it's done and dusted. Let's just look at the table a minute. You look at the table, everybody from Bristol City, Bristol City, Millwall, Swansea, Watford, Sunderland, Stoke, QPR, Blackburn, Wednesday, Plymouth, Birmingham, Huddersfield, Rotherham, all changed their manager either once or twice. Kind of thing. Yeah, fantastic player too. He's really good. Lovely player, got a lovely natural grit and balance, plays like he enjoys. He does. Leeds the falling apart again. They are indeed. If the rumour Whistles and the Robin Key from first said there is there, but I can't. We were linked, but it's a 900k release clause, and Leeds United, Sheffield United, Luton. There's lots of other teams who are linked with him, so I can't see it yet. I think we're more likely to get Beadle back on loan, but I do want to get a permanent keeper in. And I think it's huge if we get a keeper in. Shekam, look at your video, keep him coming. I was worried every time he got the ball, Shekam. But Palm and Paul did a good job. They did. I think the thing is, you look at that 6-0, it kind of woke them up a bit, in a sense, because it put us back on that run. We were one of the clubs that would go on a little run, and then we have a really big dip in how we played, and then we go on another run again. I think this season, it's been a lot of people have been really inconsistent as a whole. Just, it's not been a full kind of, you see one team going on a really big run and then it drop and then keep it going. Everyone's had that like dip, like kind of thing. You look at Millwall going into the last couple of games, last 5, they won them all. You look at Wednesday, last 3 won, last 2 draw. You look at Coventry and Preston. Preston lost all of their last games of the season. West Brom, 2 wins, 3 losses. Southampton, 2 wins, 3 losses. Leeds, 3 losses, 1 win, 1 draw. Ipswich, 2 wins, 3 draws. Leicester were running away with this. Leicester were completely running away with this, and it only just got it. It would be nice for Danny to get some young Germans. It would, but we would have to see what happened with the player registration and stuff like that. There's a new thing called the Brexit stuff. You could have a certain number of gameplay played. Let's have a look here. Banner must stay next season. I think he is, mate. I already think he is. Love Paul, yep. Can Robin keep a play out from the back? Not sure it'd be good. That's the thing. Can he do that? Because if you're getting someone in, you saw in bits of that game versus Sunderland, that quick 1-2 passing that we've been trying to do all season under roll. And it's been there in spells. If you look right near the end where Sunderland kind of gave up, right near when they knew the game was done, we were doing that one-touch football, which I think we're going to see more of next season, kind of thing. I think Birmingham City, they think they will be put back to the Championship after 1 season in League One. Ipswich, Derby, Perth, the thing is, every club that goes down normally think they're going to wipe the floor in League One. There were people of the Wednesday fan base who were like going, "Oh, this is going to be a piss take. It can be easy." Until you're down there, it's not as that easy. But apparently they're still going to have a 30 million release clause. Because Seals signing list. Yeah, I wish. How much you reckon Whittaker is worth? It looks like he's leaving Argyle, which is, if he's leaving Argyle, you need to recruit at least 3 to 4 million for him, maybe 5. Be a bit greedy on it, because I don't think it helped in getting his head turned in January. Vardy on a 1-year deal with you coaching once he was time, maybe. Birmingham got to get used to the fact that everyone was still there. I think Beadle will come back. Gotti, an evening. Welcome to the stream, mate. I much appreciate it. I think Beadle will come back. My thing with Beadle, I like us to have a permanent keeper. I want a permanent keeper than a loan, because it helps you build for the future. Got to be honest, I'd rather be a no on set. Yeah, here's the thing. I'm going to be really on that one as well. I'd rather not have Vardy as well. The sentimental, if we're going to have that thing, let's not be sentimental who we sign in terms of who's already here. Then I say Vardy that. Getting a new stadium because we have we could get a new stadium BC, so we'll have a huge ground in League One. True. Jay, move for Palmer goal was lovely football. It really was. You can see it. Anyone gonna watch I am gonna watch the Man U game probably after this stream for a bit. See what's the deal with Roa? Is he just there? So Gary Rowett got the job for the last couple of games. Mowbray wants to still do it, but Mowbray is still ill and he has to look at his illness more than anything. They thought Vardy being offered another year. Yeah, exactly. I think Vardy, and I'll be honest with you, Vardy will take that deal. Don't he look like they'll be playing Dingles next season? They could do. Let's see what happens there. Let's be fair though. Donny have been outstanding since the end of the season. They've just gone on a tear. It's been quite impressive, actually. Apart from Rotherham, we were the lowest scoring team in the Champions need to strengthen. We do indeed. Vardy is a heart and head thing. If he wasn't Vardy, we'd be saying it's ridiculous playing. I agree with that, Harpo. I agree. We need to get the average age of the squad there. It's why I don't mind us if we did do like a going for Duncan Maguire and an Ugbo. But until we know what the state of play is and how we go, when we start recruiting and when we get to, we need to get it done soon and quickly. We need to get it done as soon as possible. Like, generally. How old is Danny Bath now? How old is Danny Bath now? 33. Maybe, but I think there's other players we could get who are a little bit better. Who do you think will get? I have no idea. I'll be honest with you. I got a couple of Plymouth mates, and they're just hoping they're not going to go for another one of these experimental stuff. But the problem is, what you got is you've done well with one. You've done well with two, with Lowe and Schumacher. And then you've got the thing where they both left. You tried to go down that model again with Forster. It didn't work. I generally don't know where you're going to go. I've seen stuff today with Argyle. I've seen stuff with Argyle today that your keeper, Cooper, could be going to Celtic. Do they want Sicko? Yeah. Would you take a from Danny Bath? I'd be surprised if we get Bernard back as well. You can say we need a squad like that there too, but he doesn't have a budget to go with and kind of thing. And remember, FIFA's not real. Vardy just got 20 goals in the. He did, but at the same time, 37. If we want to bring it down, why we got rid of Danny Bath? We didn't get rid of him. We just couldn't loan him back. We couldn't loan him back. He was well up into being in Wolves' team, and at the time we had Mandarin, so he wasn't going to do something. No, I don't know what's up with Mowbray, but it's enough for him to be told that he's got to stay away from work, kind of thing. I also think Vardy is a bad idea. Would he come for little money just to go at the lane? Maybe, but at the same time, the way you do Vardy, right? The way you do the Vardy situation, you do one of those contracts for a day where he gets to be at Wednesday for a day and then he retires a Wednesday player kind of thing. Can we not just give the rest of the league 20 games head to heart next season? Yeah. Loads of buying to do. Top of all loan to see Gregory. I see both. Gregory's already going. There's already, I believe, Mansfield, Wrexham, Derby. I believe Derby are still wanting him. I think Smith will eventually potentially go as well. I think we will see a lot at the loan, but I also think you'll see. You'll see a good prediction of loans and stuff. And if you get anyone who comes in, I'll text you after the stream, mate, about it. All right, mate. So loads of buying to. No, I mean he was great at Sunderland, so I think he would do well. Oh, right, I get you, Lewis. We had him at Wednesday, and he was good. And it all depends on what he wants to do. All right, mate. Text you after stream, mate. No. About right, mate. Rather gamble younger son Edwards at Poth, Bears at Steve. True. How much we don't know, Michael. In public, if people know what it is, don't put it out there. The worst thing you can do in football is let people know how much money you've got. That's what buggered us when we went for Jordan Road. People knew we had money to spend, so that's why I say never put how much your budget is out there because people can do it. Dannington, you don't know. You don't know. We don't know what's there to spend. There could be a little bit. There could be a lot. We could have to do wheeling and dealing. We could have to do another thing. I don't know. 112 people watching, by the way, and 54 likes. Get those likes up, people. I much appreciate it. Really good number tonight. Thank you for this tonight. He's on the bench at Norwich all the time, so might want more minutes. True. It might work quite well. It'll be interesting to see if that what we go for. I am expecting to see us link with a couple of German players. I'm expecting to see a link with a couple of decent loan from some academies. I love McGuinness back. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, sadly. But I like that back. But again, McGuinness might not work in a Danny Rule system kind of thing. Nothing wrong with curly whirly. Might not work in a Danny Rule system. You got to remember, if you're going to be in a Danny Rule system, you need to know how to play out from the back. Don't let them know what you're willing to spend. Then you give on it. I've been 2 minutes. I agree, Punky Horrors. Ethan Darling, I didn't feel like you win. Do you think Portsmouth or Derby can achieve that? What it's with down? Pompey could. Derby, not too sure, but anyone can. It could be free agent gig. Thing is, I haven't got an issue with it being free agent gig. Because there's some good... I haven't got an issue if we are going to go down free agents. I won't lie. I actually don't mind that a little bit because free agency helps you a little bit. It helps you balance it. I won't lie. Free agents... And there is some very, very good free agents out there. There's some very good free agents out there. So don't knock a free agent. Don't knock a free agent because there's some very good ones. If you look right, and if you think what Kevin Beadles did in January to help find those players, think what he's going to be doing now with him for having 6 months to plan this with Danny. Like, this is the thing. They drew up 2 lists, a championship list, a League One list kind of thing. I love not paying it to the transfer fees, yeah. All about the right fit. Roth Wallace was superb. He was. Here's one for you. Julian Burner would love to work with Danny Roll. I reckon he would have done. I agree. Look at the lad we got on frees over pathway. Exactly. We got some decent frees. So don't knock a free transfer. A free transfer can work very well in your favour. And you have to be smart with it. You're going to sell it to us. Who doesn't love a freebie, though? Exactly. 94 people watching, 56 on the thing. If you want a super chats are on. Everything goes back into the channel. I much appreciate it. But this is the thing. You look at how we've done. You can build a team on decent players. Or even, here's the thing. He was a free. Yep. Both Fader been said time and time again, but Danny's signing so much of an idea for him. True. Roth, Bartley, and Anders Turner were free transfer for Luton. They were. You look at free transfers. You look at what we did. Like Joe Byers was a free. People forget that he was a free because we had to put a sell-on fee to him if we sold him, but we didn't pay any money for him, kind of thing. You look at Lee Gregory. Lee Gregory was a free. Free transfer can work really well if you know how to use them. Here's the thing. Danny looked at the January transfer. The thing is, what Danny had in Wolverhampton was a free as well. He was. I'm hoping he gets a contract, to be fair. He's one on my list for contracts. I hope. If you look at what we can do and how we think, if you have a head of recruitment and I missed Joe's lovely ball player, probably doesn't fit. He doesn't fit. Yeah, Kirtland was free. We've done well on free goalkeepers. Joe Byers he doesn't fit. That's the problem. He doesn't fit the style Danny wants to do. He's more of a slow build-up player than a fast-paced thing who can get the ball. It's a shame. I think we're going to miss Byers, but he went the right through and through. You don't go to the away end of Blackburn Rovers if you're not got some sort of affiliation with the club and love the club as much as he had done. Kind of thing. I think there's something there with that. But I think you look at free agents and see who's out of contract. Bannon was a free, yeah. Bannon was a free, and he'd been here 10 years. Finger crossed now. And that's the thing. We've picked up some cracking frees in the past. Question for you, Norwegian cat. Who was... Question for Norwegian. were captain for Wednesday. Who? Who was the Norwegian captain for Wednesday? Oh, God. Chat, you're going to have to help me out with this one. Norwegian. Rafa was a... What, Peruni Norwegian? Would it have been... Oh, hang on. Bannon, Beth Ever. Norwegian was a captain for us. I can only think it would be Petter Rudy. I can only think of Petter Rudy. I'm trying to think Norwegian because Alexanderson was Swedish. There's someone on the tip of my head and I can't remember his name. Norwegian captain. Got to be 90s, surely. That, if it's Norwegian captain. 76 people watching. Bit them like girls, likes up people. I much appreciate it. Oh, of course. Yeah, he was, wasn't he? 2001, 2003, yeah. Ah, that's why. Yeah, Howland, I think that's how you say it. I can tell you why everyone blanked. That was 2001 to 2003. Not a good period in a Wednesday shirt for us as a whole. That wasn't a great period. I think a lot of people blanked the 2001 to 2003 out. But yes, he was captain, wasn't he? Laclo was Hodder. Ah, nice. We got him from Southampton, didn't we? Yeah, I think everyone blanked that year out because it wasn't great. You can get some good free agents in this summer, and there is a lot of good free agents out there. You had the one thing Danny had in January. The one thing Danny had in January, no one trusted him. Of player. They didn't trust him because they didn't know who he was or what he could do. I think there was that, here's the young manager, and we're in 24th, we're in a relegation place. I think you look at everything now, there's a way of fixing that now. There's a way of fixing all of that and getting it in a different way of going. And I think that's the thing. There was a lot who didn't trust him. Zero, I can barely remember this morning. Yeah, but you've got baby brain. I don't remember last night, and I wasn't drunk. But Jake, which club do you think will be fighting relegation championship next season? I don't want to say yet. I don't like doing them until you see the transfer windows are done. I think I always say 1st of September, let's have a month to see how everyone's done, and then you say. You can't say yet. Too early. It's too early. We don't even know who's coming up yet out in the playoffs. I think it's very difficult to say. It depends. If we have another summer like us, like we have, no idea, Jack K. I'm putting a bet that it's either midweek Wednesday or Friday. So 2 days or 4 days. No. Today, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, 4 days. I think it might be Friday. Personally, I think it might be Friday, but I ain't sure yet. I think it'll be soon, though. I think talks have been happening I think things have been happening at the club because you're seeing a lot of people who are starting to leave to go to on holidays. Some of the ones you think of who have already gone are the likes of Bannon and co. If Worko and Dex are in the chat still, check your emails. Stuff for the Talking Wednesday. Again, Barry Carlton, Palmer's second debut, one turnstile open, all late getting in, missed the goal, 1-0 bad time. Instead of win that documentary, can we get a Marvin? That'd be good. I'd like that. I like a Marvin Johnson documentary. That'd be good. I'll be honest with you. I wanted to see more of them next year, but not done for the player, but in-house with the club. I want to see more of that done. But here's the thing. You've got to think of this kind of thing with it. Wait. I missed Worker. Yeah, Worker was in. He's either in or still watching. Yeah, we did get him on a free. True, we did. Troy's our 17th place. Surely going to get relegated, so we should be able to get up there on cheap. Yeah, but everybody else will be looking at him as well, Alex. Just remember, it won't be just us who are looking at him. There'll be others looking at him as well because of what he did. Because he did do pretty damn well. Let's be honest with ourselves. He did really well when he come in. We needed someone to start banging in goals, and we got that really quickly. So yeah, it's an interesting one, that one, because you can have the thing of getting someone back in. That's fine. You can get someone back in and brilliant. You're like, right, they fit the model. They come in. They worked with this player before. Fantastic. But then you've got the other part of the year that once you have done that, you got to make sure everything else fits. The best thing is here, you wouldn't have to do a visa. You would not have to do a visa with Ugbo because he's English, which is great for us. Is there still rumours of Palmer into Miami? It wasn't. Was it into Miami? I don't think it was into Miami. I think it was someone else. No, I think they're putting to bed. From everything that Palmer said in his interview and everything that he'd done, with everything he'd done, I personally think he's staying to go get more people off that list of players. Most players play for Wednesday. Who my player of the season? You will have to watch the Talking Wednesday podcast. I feel that we do better with threes than transfer fee players. I agree. I think Liam's already proven value this year with his versatile. Palmer's always done it. Palmer's always made himself so versatile, but he's also made himself wanted. And he hasn't sometimes been in players, managers, teams. That thing. Hey up, lad. Didn't realize you were going live. Either way, long time no see. How do you? Evening, Bob. I'm not too bad. How are you, mate? Liam scored some good goals this season. I think it was last season he scored the most goals he's ever scored. Now, if you look at this season, let's go to Palmer. I actually want to know how many goals Palmer got this season because he's banging in goals again all of a sudden, which is something interesting. Liam is a goal machine. Are you looking forward to Face to Blaze again? I saw an interview with I am looking forward to. The fan part of me is looking forward to the derby again. The content creator person of me isn't. UTL players are always important. Steady away, lad. What I mean? We've just been reflecting on the season as a whole, Bob. And just seeing how it is. It's not the review that I do every year, but we're just having a reflection of how the season's been. And where we are, because last night we did the debrief, which was great fun with Worko and Dex. But he got two this year. There we go. Two this season. 34 games, 2 goals, 1 assist. Just feels like a lot more. I don't know what I'll be doing for the Steel City. I don't know when it is out yet, mate. If I know when it's out, I can't say things FWFC JL until I know that it's out. Nothing's out yet. Yeah, they upset my stomach too. Liam really come on since his 1 goal per a decade period. Yep, he has. No, it's only 2 he scored this year. Palmer's been at Hill for longer than the club. I can't say if I'm going to do a Steel City derby watch along or not yet, mate. Kind of thing. I'm only going on league, mate. For it. If you're going on FA Cup, he does have a goal. He got 1 goal in the FA Cup and he had 1 appearance in the thing. But I cannot say that I say anything about the Sheffield. I can't say anything until the games are out because I don't know what I'm doing, where it's gonna be, what weekend is it gonna be on, kind of thing. It should be a guy. It will be a guy. Ian, Mick, how you doing, mate? I won't be on for too much longer, I'm afraid, again, mate. You seem to come at the just as I'm ending my streams. I do apologise, mate, but you can watch the replay, kind of thing. But I think there's a part of me. Right, have a good one, mate, Polly. Enjoy the rest of your day at work. Don't work too hard. And thank you for coming. And thank you for support on the channel as a whole all year. It's been much appreciated all season, even, I should say. I've got the thing that I like the idea of a derby. Don't get me wrong, but as a content creator, they're not great because you get all the people you don't want to be in. You get the fans who want to bait with you, kind of thing. You got the fans who want to bait. You got the fans who want to just wind you up. You've got the fans that will come in and be absolute arses and no respectful. There's been a couple of United fans who have come into here who've been lovely. They've been great. They've been nice, and I do respectful opinions, and that's what I like. So look, check. I'm not bad either. I can't play. I can't physically watch a Steel City. No, you can't. You have to leave. And the amount of times I've put an old Thurman and suddenly Rangers scored and you've gone ballistic at me. Personally, I think Danny had been a revelation for him. Hoping DC back thing. Kaz looks like he could be a right player. Masaba just need to add a final touch to the game, and that's what we're asking for. Yeah, the derbies are like roller coaster. If he's coming for about 2 weeks, and everyone else in Sheffield has grabbed the magic bubble, so you can't hide in one. Nope. Loads of my mates are piggies, so when it's a derby, they're gonna wind me up. I agree. Or passing for assist. I hope we keep Pervader. Pervader's was the one we brought it up. It all depends what his injuries record's like. The lad in before congratulated. He did. The lad in before congratulated us, and like that's what I like. I like fans like that. We had, I don't know if DJ will know this one, Steve. We had a leave ban in a couple of times, and he just got so annoying. We had to get rid of him. Because he was just so, he wouldn't stop talking or saying, you're crap, you're this, you're rubbish, oh, you're so fucking crap you are, and all this kind of stuff. It got to a point where it was annoying. It got so annoying. So we had to turn around and say, no, that's it, you're gone. We don't ban many people. We let people have the says. Raid on the Wednesday week stream. I will do that. I'm going to see how I do that, actually. How do I do a raid? Let me have a look, because I'm going to go over to them now, because that's nice. Because I need to stop anyway. Let me just watch this. So I'm going to send you all over to Wednesday week. I know how to do it now. Let me do this quickly. I would normally go and raid out Dexter's channel. Right, people, I'm going to end it here. You'll all be going over to the Wednesday week. Tell them I said hi for my stream. Have a good one, and I will see you in the next one. But we will see you in the next one, and I'm going to go. But please all go to the Wednesday week and go give them a bit of hello and hi. And say Punk sent you from his stream. So have a good one, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.